Let's talk about systems, about how things work and how they function. So take a clock like this. It's a Victorian clock. It's got lots of cogs and wheels in it and mainsprings. But if I took one of the items out of this, it wouldn't work anymore, it would break. And the same applies to our more advanced technology today, like an electric drill or the phone that I'm actually filming this video on. They have to function in a certain way. They won't stand any damage. Now, there are scientists now working towards developing systems and machines and tools that will self-repair. But life is billions of years ahead of us. Because if you think about an ecosystem, it has certain similarities with the cogs and wheels in the back of this clock. Because each individual animal or plant within an ecosystem functions by interacting with other animals and plants around it. And they can alter those interactions. So whilst it might be true to say that squirrels plant nuts, they do sometimes do other things. So they might actually leave a nut inside a tree or something like that. So that the way an ecosystem functions is very, very sophisticated. If I took a saw and cut this clock in half, it definitely wouldn't work. If I took a hammer to it or broke pieces out of it, it would no longer function. But if you take an ecosystem and remove animals or stick other living things into it, other plants or animals, it will carry on function, although in a different way. So, for example, the grey squirrel appearing in the UK has forced the red out, so you've got one in and one out, but the system still functions despite that. And there are close relationships between the animals and plants and fungi within this system, within the ecosystem. Equally, if you take things away, so you actually remove a species like a wolf, this ecosystem still functions, like Yosemite National Park or something like that, it still functions, but in a different way. And it's not going to completely collapse. And you could say it's better to put the wolf back because the deer numbers will get too large. But eventually, if you leave it long enough, something else would come into the ecosystem and replace the wolf, whatever it was, to actually work as a top predator. So ecosystems are very, very sophisticated in their ability to manage change and to survive despite severe damage. And that means that they'll still be there, even if we smash them and damage them and take species out and add others in, even if they're different from the way they were when man arrived.